Coming up on Hashtag That.
We dive into a Quinnipiac event to find out what it's all about.
And we interview Comic Sans about their first improv show of the year.
All that and more. From Hamden to Hollywood, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
From Hamden to Hollywood, we are your source for entertainment news.
Welcome to Hashtag That. I'm Shane Joseph.
And I'm Alyssa Murphy.
We have a great show and a ton to talk about, so let's get right to it. This past Saturday, the Students for Environmental Action helped clean up Hamden by removing trash and large objects from some of the town's woodland property. Hashtag's very own AJ Roberts was there, along with all the members, to encourage our community to keep green and clean. Keep it up, SEA. Coming up at WQAQ, a new show is hitting the radio waves. The show will be hosted by WQAQ production managers Maggie Smith and Tyler Main. On weekend evenings, you'll get to hear songs that Quinnipiac students actually voted for. You can go in and vote through WQAQ's social media platforms. We cannot wait to hear it.
Quinnipiac is a student-run public relations organization here on campus.
This week, they are applying their skills to outside the classroom with the Nacho fundraising event.
Ethan McCabe was there with all the details. Let's check it out.
This event is Nachos at Noon for Cystic Fibrosis. It's sponsored by PRSSA and Quinnipiac, and we are raising funds and awareness for cystic fibrosis research. People should come to this event not only to enjoy some really good nachos, but also to support cystic fibrosis. We have students at this school that have it. We have our former president from PRSSA that has had it. People suffer all over the country, and it's really important to help them, as this right now is an incurable disease. We're doing just and make your own nachos. We have all kinds of toppings, all kinds of different cheeses and stuff like that. Mine would probably have to be one with cheese and guac on it. Just hope everybody comes out and enjoys today for a really good cause.
The Day of the Dead is a Mexican holiday celebrated throughout Mexico and other regions. The Latino Cultural Society is sharing this holiday with Quinnipiac by inviting students to the student organization tables to enjoy some free food and beautiful artwork. Quinnipiac's creative improv group hosted their first improv show this weekend in the Buckman Theater. Students showed up and you could hear the laughter from all throughout Buckman Hall. Stay tuned in for later in the show when we sit down with Comic Sans member Matt McAuliffe to see how it all went.
When we come back,
we have a brand new segment where you'll get to see if we succeed at a new challenge.
plus Chris Dacey's in the chair for this week's Highs and Lows.
You won't want to miss it.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Hey!
There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
It seems like every week there is something new trending and making waves across the internet.
I can barely keep up with all the new challenges and things, but I have to be honest, some of them look pretty fun.
This brand new segment is going to give us a chance to try viral trends.
This is #TriesTrending.
Hey hashtag, I'm Sam.
And I'm Shannon.
And today we are going to be trying out Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader questions. So we're going to get a test with a bunch of multiple choice questions and see if we really are smarter than a fifth grader.
And this is some inspiration from some YouTubers who have done this, such as the Try Guys, Dolan Twins, and Liza Koshy.
Alright, let's get started.
I don't know anything.
Okay. Alright, done. I don't think that went, okay. You know, I was pretty confident going in, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I guessed on every single question. So,
I definitely guessed on every question.
So, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna check everyone's answers now. Okay, so first question was, who was the ruling monarch of Great Britain during World War II? What did you guys say?
So I put King George.
Okay, I put King George too.
You guys are right.
Oh, yes. That's probably the only one I got right, but you know what? All right.
Who succeeded Abraham Lincoln as U.S. president?
So my answer was question mark. Because you know, I really should know that, but I really don't know that.
That's not even an answer.
What did you put?
I put Taft because I think it was a president that happened, but I have no clue.
It was Andrew Johnson.
Yeah, nope, wouldn't have gotten that.
Next one is, the ancient city of Troy was located in which present-day country?
Okay, I put Turkey.
I put Lebanon.
It was Turkey.
Oh. Wow, so honestly, I'm really proud of that.
How many kilograms are in a metric ton?
1,000.
I said 1,000 too.
You guys are both right.
Alright, well, you know what, we're doing a little bit better than I thought.
What is the sum in degrees of the interior angles of a rectangle? What do you guys say?
180.
I said 180 too.
It's 360.
You know, I literally had I was about to circle 360 and then I was like, you know what? I feel like that, but you know what? Alright.
Yeah. Next. The city of Tokyo is located on which Japanese island?
Okay, I just want to put a little warning out here. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce these, so I apologize if it's wrong. I put Kyushu.
I also put Kyushu.
It was actually Honshu.
Oh, okay. Well,
last one is, true or false, Ohio shares a border with Illinois?
I said true.
I said true.
It's actually false.
Yeah, alright, so I guess we really aren't smarter than fifth graders. But you know, I'm not gonna lie, like this really surprised me. These were a lot harder than I thought they were gonna be though. Like, so now back to you guys at the chairs.
They honestly did better than I thought they were going to do.
And speaking of trending, I heard that the West Coast has had a ton of highs and lows this week.
Chris Stacy is here with all the info.
Thanks, guys. The first story I have is a Hollywood high of several of our favorite music artists that won awards at the MTV Europe Music Awards in Seville, Spain. The awards were held at Fibes Conference and Exhibition Center, that is center with an E. The biggest award of the night was the Best Artist. That went to Shawn Mendes. But he wasn't the only artist to win big. Billie Eilish took home award for Best Song and Best New Artist, and Halsey won for Best Pop and Best Look. Of course, Taylor Swift was recognized for her Me music video and also won for Best US Act. It's safe to say that all of those celebs and more had a pretty great night. Now for a Hollywood low, Jane Fonda was arrested this past Friday during a protest she organized. After being inspired by the urgent action needed to address climate change, Fonda decided to spend 4 months in Washington, D.C. this fall to bring awareness to the topic through something she has called, quote, Fire Drills Fridays, end quote. However, getting arrested was not in her original plan. Fonda was put behind bars for civil disobedience. Her arrest in November marks the fourth time she has been apprehended by police. Fonda has stated that she plans to keep participating in protests, but that she would, quote, like to avoid another night in a mattressless metal cot, end quote. Now to end on the last high, Kendall Jenner turned 24 on Sunday. Her birthday consisted of her family and friends posting on social media and a party. Kendall's mom, Kris Jenner, shared several photos of Kendall spanning from her childhood all the way into her adulthood. Kendall threw a Halloween birthday party a few days before she actually turned 24. Jenner dressed up as a golden forest fairy and celebrated with her friends, including the Hadid sisters, Hailey Bieber, Casey Musgrove, and more. That's all I have for this week's Highs and Lows. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Chris.
This weekend, I went to go see comedian Nick Kroll, best known for his Netflix show, Big Mouth. This is my 1-minute review of his show. Hey guys, it's Alyssa, and over the weekend, I went to see a Nick Kroll stand-up comedy show, and I just kind of wanted to do a quick little review. To start, the opening act was actually very good, and I was pretty surprised because normally opening acts are a little slow. You're not really expecting them to be super great, but I was really captivated by the opening act the whole time. She was a very funny lady, really good comedy. Moving on to Nick Kroll's actual performance, he was actually very good. It was really, really clever. He incorporated a lot of like the Big Mouth voices that he does, obviously on Big Mouth, into the show, which was really funny because the way he incorporated it in was really clever because all the characters fit together with the scenes that he was talking about. And his comedy in general was just very good. It all kind of came full circle at the end, which is something you really love from a comedian. And overall, the show was really good. The atmosphere in the room was really awesome. He kind of had everybody's attention the whole time, which was really cool. And it was overall a great show. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was such a good show. I had a really good time. Nick Kroll's totally great. I mean, Are you a fan?
Not really. I mean, I know of him. I've seen a little bit of Big Mouth. I liked what I've seen so far. So how was he in person and compared to?
I mean, he was great in person. I mean, compared to the show, it was just funny because like the way he talked with his show voices in person. But yeah, it was really great.
Okay.
But it's time for us to head out to commercial. But don't go anywhere.
When we come back, Liam Devlin is in the chair for the Hollywood News Update.
Stick with us.
145 over 92.
180 over 111. I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest and then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Lowering your high blood pressure could save you from a heart attack or stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Liam Devlin is here with us now for the Hollywood News Update.
What do you have for us, Liam?
Thanks for having me, guys. My name is Liam Devlin, and I have a lot to update you guys on. All right, so Sony Animations just announced that the animated Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse, will be getting a sequel in April of 2020. This is currently up in the air as to who will be returning for the Oscar award-winning picture, as many of the specific details have yet to be confirmed. However, fans do know that this look into the new Spider-Verse movie will have a female-centric lead focused on Haley Steinfeld's character, Spider-Gwen. Shane, Alyssa, what do you guys think about the movie, and where were you expecting a sequel?
I mean, I was not expecting a sequel so soon, but I mean, I thought this movie was super creative. I never actually got to see it. I was never super into the whole, I don't know, all superheroes. I'm having a really hard time following it, but it's a very creative concept for a movie, you know, like an animated Spider-Man. Like, we've seen Spider-Man so many times, but like, I think it's cool that they kind of like spiced it up a little bit here.
I've seen it, I agree. I think I'm a pretty big superhero guy, but I was not thrilled about the animation thing. I don't really go to a lot of animated movies like that much, so for this, I really enjoyed what I got out of it.
Moving into the world of makeup, YouTuber Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star have begun to collaborate to make Dawson his own makeup line. His collection included a full mini eyeshadow palette, lipstick, makeup bags, and more. It was a year in the making with a 6-part documentary series leading up to the November 1st launch. Within hours of release, the entire collection had sold out both online and in stores. The internet was flooded with pictures of fans trying and loving the items. Shane Dawson himself tweeted, "I can't believe it, everything in the collection sold out. I can't believe how supportive you guys have been through this. I genuinely can't put into words how overwhelmed we were feeling when we're internet dinosaurs, and the fact that you guys are still there for us is insane," end quote. What do you guys think of Shane taking on the makeup world, and what do you think of his products?
I mean, I was really surprised when I saw that he was teaming up with Jeffree Star, just because I'm used to the Shane Dawson that tries all the items from McDonald's and throws his cat in the pool, but I mean, it's really cool that he's kind of switching it up. And I mean, I'd be kind of interested in the makeup. I don't love dropping a ton of money on makeup, but like for him and his brand, I feel like it's kind of cool to support. What do you think?
I don't really know anything at all about
I mean, come on, you guys have the same name. How do you not know all about his makeup?
I've been out of the Shane group chat for a while, so I have not been updated with what the other Shanes are doing. But if I were updated, I guess I would know a little more. But as of now, I don't really even know that much about Shane Dawson. I hear he's nice. I guess he's famous also. So
I mean, he's kind of a controversial guy, but honestly, I think he has good intentions. He works really hard on his YouTube stuff. He's a really hard worker.
Okay.
Good filmmaker. So I think it's really cool
he consistently pulls views on his channel, even though he takes long breaks. He always finds a way to keep his viewership up, which is very interesting. It's not something you really see from YouTubers nowadays.
I mean, he takes those long breaks because he's just like working so hard on making one good final product, and I think it's really cool that this was the product that he wanted to go for, you know.
And finally, in some sad news for superhero fans, Jeremy Renner announced that he will no longer be going to be appearing in the Disney Plus show Hawkeye. The show itself has not been canceled, but it has been said that Renner is predicted to depart from the project. This comes out after Renner reportedly claimed his wife and has been received. Let me run that again. This has been reported after claims that his wife had received death threats for weeks. Many fans stated that they were very upset, but understood that Renner needed to do what he felt was best for his family. It had not yet been confirmed whether Renner will be returning to any of the Marvel movies as his character, but fans are hoping for the best. What do you guys think of this? Did Marvel and Renner make the right choice?
Well, I think this is a pretty convoluted situation with the whole Jeremy Renner story, so I can't, I guess, objectively say whether it's a good idea or not. Obviously, I'm kind of sad that he won't be playing the character, at least in this Disney series, but we have seen Disney fire people and then change their mind months later before. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen again, if enough fans want it to happen, and if Disney feels that it's what's best for the show after they do a little more investigating into the claims.
I mean, like I mentioned before, not super educated on Marvel. I'm going to be completely honest, I couldn't tell you who Jeremy Renner is. But, you know, sticky situation. I don't really have any good thoughts on that one because I'm not super educated on it. But, you know.
What do you think?
Well, you know, it's obviously executives have to do what they feel is best. I mean, Marvel is a company after all. They're there to make monies. While they're there to make good movies and good entertainment, they are there to make money, and they know that certain people need to be held to certain standards, and
you know, at the end of the day, they got to do what they got to do.
at the end of the day,
You know,
there's a checklist
it
that
always
needs to be
comes down to
followed.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Liam.
It's time for our last commercial break of the show, but when we come back, we have the celebrity costume breakdown. Don't go anywhere.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
This just in, we actually have some breaking news here. Jeremy Renner will be staying as Hawkeye in the series, so like I said, things can turn around fairly quickly. So unrelated, this past weekend was Halloween, and that means celebrities were out and about with some wild costumes.
Maggie Smith and Taylor Sniffen are here with the breakdown of Hollywood's Halloween. Let's see it.
Halloween was this past Thursday, and Hollywood, of course, dressed up for the occasion. In this Hashtag That segment, let's take a look at the best 2019 celebrity Halloween costumes. To start, Normani dressed up as Naomi Campbell would have back in 1991. And not only did Normani kill it, but so did these other celebrities. Cardi B dressed up as the Batman villain, Poison Ivy. And Kim Kardashian became Elle Woods, and even went as far as to recreate the Elle Woods admissions video in Legally Blonde. Now, Hailey Baldwin did not let critics stop her from celebrating Halloween. Although some accused her of being a fake Christian for celebrating the spooky holiday, Baldwin dressed up as Lola from Looney Tunes. Hopefully this means that she's over all the Gomez drama. It was seen in photos that The Weeknd got into character as the Joker from 1989's Batman. And Victoria Beckham shared a photo of her family posing together in an array of different costumes. The biggest Billie Eilish fan from the Beckham family, Harper, dressed as the singer, and of course, killed it. Kelly Clarkson dressed as Winifred Sanderson from Hocus Pocus, and even sang I Put a Spell on You on her talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show. One of my favorite costumes from this Halloween season was created by Ariana Grande, who recreated the makeup look from The Twilight Zone for Halloween. In the episode called Eye of the Beholder, a character undergoes a series of plastic surgery procedures in order to look normal, but winds up terrifying people, and Grande did just that. Kourtney Kardashian was a cowgirl, and Khloe Kardashian had an elaborate Cruella de Vil costume all planned out. But let's not forget that Bella Hadid, she dressed as Catwoman. Halloween 2019 seemed to be a huge success for all celebrities. And honestly, I'm already excited to see what their costumes for next year will be. That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.
With us now, we have Matt McAuliffe to talk all about the first Comic Sans improv show of the year.
Thanks for being here, Matt.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All right, so how did the first show go?
The first show was good. It was last Saturday. We were excited to be on stage in front of a live audience, but like the first half of the show, we were kind of stiff because we found ourselves in front of the live audience, and we kind of got froze, I think, the first half of the show, but the second half, we really got our swing. We were getting big laughs from the audience, and I think these new faces, the new members of the group, are really getting used to performing live, and I'm super excited to see them develop as improv members.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're involved obviously as well. Who do you kind of look up to in the field of improv or comedy?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think somebody who I look up to is probably Tina Fey. She's definitely done improv in Chicago and New York City and does a very, very good job with it. But I also look up to alumni, actually, who have been in the group in the past. Like Bridget Kavanaugh, she was a member last year and just really, really good at it. Because people don't realize you really, really have to listen well with improv acting, and you have to make your partner look good. So if you're not listening to what your partner's saying, the scene could die, and you don't get as many laughs. But Bridget Kavanaugh had this skill of listening and adapting to any situation, and I'm trying to pass that down to the new members, because I think they're really going to grow this year, like I said earlier.
Yeah, that's a totally cool attitude to have. When did you first start getting into improv?
Yeah, improv was introduced to me because I did musicals for a few years in high school, but I was kind of not that great at singing. Singing was not like my strong suit, but I loved being on stage and making people laugh. So naturally that transitioned into improv, and I was introduced to Improv Boston, where I did summer camps to kind of get to know improv and the ins and outs and the strategies of it. And once I learned that and got people to laugh in front of a live audience, I was hooked. And I've done it for, God, I think this is my 8th year or 7th year doing it. So I love it, and you can adapt it to job interviews and anything else in your life for thinking on your feet.
That's great. So when you came to Quinnipiac, did you know of Comic Sans, and then when or how did you get involved with it once you did get here?
Yeah, another good question. I actually didn't know it was here. So I went to the involvement fair, which is encouraged that freshmen do to go to the involvement fair. And when I saw it, my eyes lit up. I was so excited that it was here because I wanted to keep improv in my life, whether I would go into New Haven and be a part of a group or whether there was a local group on campus. So I was so excited that there was one on campus and that I could work with people my age.
Okay.
So that was huge to see. And again, I was hooked, man. Like the alumni that I had my freshman year, I look up to entirely.
Okay.
Awesome. What kind of improv do you do? Like, what kind of different stuff do you guys do with comics?
Yeah, so we actually do long form improv, which means that we do 2 heralds, which is a strategy and a style of improv where the scenes are connected as the show goes on. So we do a lot of long form improv in our shows, and that leads to obviously big laughs, a lot of different scenes where you can express your ideas and elevate those ideas to get even bigger laughs, for sure.
So is there a favorite either like scene style that you do or favorite bit that you've ever done, anything that like stood out to you like, oh, that was really good?
Yeah, some of my favorite scenes come from my earlier days, like my freshman, sophomore year. There was one scene where a father had left their family for a while and then returned because the son was super successful. So when I returned, I was the father in the scene. Bridget Kavanaugh, the alumni that I talked about, she said, well, since you've been gone, you've missed a lot. And the scene kind of paused because of the Kelly Clarkson lyrics. And without missing a beat, we sang those lyrics at the same time and stopped at the same time. And it was something that you can only get with building chemistry in an improv scene. And that one is one that I'll always forget, especially with my last year.
Oh yeah, that just shows you're just so in it, you know, you're both just connected there.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think is the most rewarding part of performing?
Wow, that is a really good question. The most rewarding part? Again, making other people laugh and entertaining other people to kind of just to give them an escape, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to grow a chemistry and a friendship with all the members of the troupe and collecting memories like the one that I had with Bridget and just hearing other people laugh at your joke is something like, I have no words.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's just one of those
so special
things.
It is.
Yeah. All right, well, that is all we have for tonight. Make sure you follow #that on Twitter and Facebook at Q30 Entertainment and Q30 TV on Instagram.
And make sure you tune in to #that again next week, same time and same place.
For those on the floor and back in the control room, I'm Alyssa Murphy.
And I'm Shane Joseph.
Good night, Bobcats.